I've been kicked out of my near every bar around. I've been locked up for driving 120 through town. I've been shot at and cut with a knife, messing around with another man's wife. But other than that, we ain't nothing, just good old boys. Threw my boss out the window and got fired for my last job.
I had to put it on us.
Yeah.
I had it over here. There's where we were.
There's our
An ode.
There's our accoutrement.
An ode to the missing man.
Oh, we moved our.
I moved it up since it's no longer the holiday season.
Nice.
Although why can't every day be like Christmas?
I don't know.
God bless us, everyone.
Little Timmy.
Good
morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wade and Carter Show. I'm Ash. He's Brent. I'm the Wade. He's the Carter. We're glad you're all here. If you're just joining us for the first time on Facebook, Magic, the Roku app, YouTube, like and share the video if you're watching it on any of the social media platforms. Help us grow.
Ash just shared with me that he went back and listened to yesterday's show, and these two statements were made back to back. He said, I went back and listened. Yesterday's show is actually pretty funny. His next statement was, my microphone was too low. And I said, you think those two things are a coincidence?
No, because I was the one being funny. I was the one being funny.
We couldn't hear you, and the show was of interest.
There was only one person being funny. That wasn't you. Judge Posey checking in. First one in. Your admonishment of the judge yesterday got him off the schneid.
He is not messing around.
Greg Garcia did not like being slow to the podium yesterday, and Ricky King. So the men have trumped the women this morning.
King.
Yep, those are the first three in.
What was her name? The singer, the lady, somebody Champagne King. That's where that came from.
Carol? No, that was Carol King.
Solid guess. Evelyn. You had to Google that? The commander is...
He's on the ball this morning.
I really can't. I want to take a second for brand us and tell you, I can't ever overestimate how you and I are just having a conversation. And yes, we'll get outside the lines and over into the ditch, and all of a sudden here comes the commander with just a little nurturing cattle prod to get us back onto the highway.
Evelyn!
Yeah, he's over there just screaming. Now, what we haven't given him the authority to do yet, nor has he taken that authority, because so many things here, you've got to admit, he's just taken by the reins and just done.
Yeah.
He hasn't begun admonishing or like throwing things at us.
No, not yet.
You know, sorry.
I think we're saved by that big screen behind us, because if he missed, he'd crack the screen, and he doesn't want to pay for that. 12 feet
away. I mean, he could hit us without hitting the screen. The weather in Victoria, folks, I know you're on pins and needles. I know you're waiting.
It's going to be a cold day today.
We're in Victoria, Texas. It's cool enough to just go, yeah, it's cold outside. It's cold outside. Maybe just one more drink. Cold outside. Maybe I'll stay a little while. The date rape song. Victoria, Texas, 37 degrees, feels like 26. Heading to a high today of 45.
Weather Day brought to you, as it is every day, by AT Deerland. Feed, stop on by. They've got the freeze misers if you need them. They're pretty. Those things work. You just put on your faucet, you drip your faucet. They work great.
I'm upset that they took that from me, the innocence of. I want to say it was a Dean Martin and maybe Doris Day duet.
That was Dean Martin for sure.
I know it was Dino.
Let's see if he's on the ball.
But you know the song Baby It's Cold Outside, and a couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
When it was back during that era, which this is unfortunate that it's no longer that season, right? Every woman has to be believed. That came and went, and that's unfortunate, because I think women should be believed all the time. But it seems like
Well, except when too many of them are making false accusations.
well, that's true too. That's true.
Duke Lacrosse kind of started that thing, and then Christine Blasey Ford and the Brett Kavanaugh.
And then what was that black guy's name that claimed he got
Jussie Smollett.
Yeah,
well, but he's not a woman.
Well, kind of. But the idea that song was, I don't even think it was probably risque even in like the 60s. It was just cute.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you stay a while?
Cold outside.
It's cold out. Come on, baby. It's cold outside. Stay. Well, maybe I could have one more drink. And the fact that it was like Doris Day is who I think it was, like America's sweetheart. It was two guys originally. Rock Hudson. I don't know.
Rock Hudson and Curtis. Tony Curtis?
Tony Curtis.
Stony Curtis?
Stony. Remember that from the Stones? Who was your favorite Flintstones? Ann Margarock?
Ann Margarock was probably pretty close. Yep.
Now,
the names. Stony Curtis was pretty good. They didn't have to change
Did
Rock
they
Hudson's.
voice that?
Yes.
Did Tony Curtis go voice that?
Yeah, I believe they did. That's the poll the Flintstones had back in the day.
Man, well, one of the longest running shows. It
was until The Simpsons came along.
Yeah, and I still think number one is still Scooby Doo. As far as continuous running
prime time, though, longest running primetime animated series was the Flintstones until.
Did it used to come on like at 7 at night?
Yeah, it was in the evening.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And then along
I
came,
did not know that.
Yeah.
Then along came a spider.
Yeah.
You ever see that movie?
Yes.
Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd.
Back when she had talent.
Back before she was such a raging liberal nut job.
Kendra Douglas, good morning. Scott Tomko, Marvin Mickers, Justin Glass, Heather Stewart, Linda Chris, Sarah Elkins checking in, Wendy Hughes Garcia. There's Bobby Leister. It is called a Wednesday. Take her this time to tell you today would probably be a good day to go in and get a big, hot, steaming bowl of caldo. $9.99, but you get enough for two.
There's Micah Patton. He was asking me for the phone number of one Commander Cody, which I dutifully. I am Brent Carter, concierge
411
to Victoria. Yeah, I get these random. I'll get this random text.
Hey, do you have so and so's number?
You have so and so's number. Yeah. And so sometimes, depending on if I'm feeling a word we don't use, snarky. It's not a guy word, snarky. I'll just send back yes. Hey, you got Ash's cell number? Yes. That's what they get. Can I, like 2 days later, can I have it? Oh, sure.
Didn't say please.
Yeah. What's in it for me? I want a link of sausage. This time of year, folks, you can barter for sausage with all your friends.
Yeah, that's right. Scott Snow, Tammy Keeling, Lisa Poole, Daniel Wade White, Jason Brannon, good morning. Stephanie Conti, Jordan Glass, Mark Kurtz, Kathleen Leininger, Mom, good morning.
Hi, Mom.
Katrina Arterberry's in.
Mom, you need to get that check over to Lilo at Magic. Otherwise, they're going to take us off the air.
Randy Langston, Brent Anderson, talked with Brent yesterday. Lisa Poole says that thought never crossed her mind that the song was inappropriate.
I never thought that as a kid. Even I guess I thought it was grown up, and it was like there was a lot of
innuendo.
Yeah, baby, it's cold outside, and well, maybe I could stay for one more drink. And then I think at one point she says, "Oh, these drinks are really strong." But I mean,
no, that was the Bill Cosby version,
right? It's like, Diddy, it's cold outside. Slip me a roofie. I mean, it's just a whole different world now. It's really not a different world.
No, it's just where we become overly sensitive to things that we shouldn't be sensitive about. Will Vincent crying in his cornflakes this morning as my Flames beat the Ducks last night, but we'll leave it at that.
There you go.
David Glass, good morning.
Why don't we do this? Because nobody puts baby in a corner. You don't make the symphony wait. You go ahead and you put the sign up so that we can get our friend Kimberly over here. And now you can come.
Did I spell it right?
You can come right here, and there's your camera right there.
Is that right? Did I spell symphony right?
You did spell symphony right. Yeah. And then push up microphone 3 and just
there.
And some applause, please.
Oh, of course.
And just like that. You have an audience, ma'am. How are you?
This morning.
Do we have her? Is she good? You good? Yeah, like look, it's almost like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
can move that too, because you're tall.
I am.
You're very tall.
I am.
Where did you grow up?
It's like
Victoria.
Groundhog Day every
You played
time.
basketball?
Every time she
I
comes
did.
in,
I
you
was a
say
Strowman
this.
Raider.
Where are you really? Good for you. That's awesome. Okay, well there you go.
Groundhog Day, same
I gotta-
conversation every
Cody,
time.
come do what you do, because look, when we have guests on, like we'll let people see behind the scenes. No, just walk on over here, Cody.
Okay.
Come on around, Commander. You see, I want you to see what we see.
They'll see that if he.
I know,
looks
but
in the
I
camera,
want.
too.
So she's up, she's dressed, she looks pretty, and we've got the standard and everything is blocking her from the camera. What can we do?
move that,
That's what I'm thinking too. We can do that.
and then turn the microphone a little
And
bit.
then-
There.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
So we're joined by our friend Kimberly Tomasic. And good morning, friend. How are you?
Good morning. I have a message from Daryl.
What did he say?
He said to tell you to come sit by your mama in church.
Oh my goodness! Tell Daryl that the message is not lost on me. Ash and I typically go to Parkway, but I was raised at Northside, and really every formative memory of my faith is in that. I played in the field
Oh, the upward field.
where that auditorium sits
Oh,
today.
okay.
Jimmy Mize, I remember they had the intense meetings. It's not like the Catholic Church where, hey, we got a bucket of money, we're going to build a church. It was like, we're going to go together and we're making a long-term commitment. And of course, that building's long ago been paid off. But
Yes.
yeah, I remember when it was red iron and they would tell us, you kids, get out of there. We were up there for RAs and we were over there on the slab. Get out of there. But yeah,
Your skateboards were going to wreck it.
absolutely. Tell the pastor that we said hi.
We'll do.
So tell me what's going on with the symphony and how we can help, because our listeners are symphony folks.
So I wanted to talk about today our upcoming concert, The Music of Queen, which is January 25th, Saturday, January 25th at 7:30 at the Performing Arts Center. That we have about 350 tickets left.
Oh,
which
wow.
1481 is sold out, so we're getting close. Mezzanine
Nice.
is pretty much where you can sit, but it's a great view because you're eye level.
There's no bad seats
Yeah.
in that auditorium. That's
And
one
I
thing
know
the
people that
city did
actually
well.
prefer the mezzanine.
I do. When I listen to rehearsals, I like to sit up in the
Well,
mezzanine.
you can smoke up there, right? Baby, it's cold outside. Well, okay. So no,
Nobody will see you making out with your date up there.
No, you're a good person to ask about this. I mean, for those of you that don't know, Kimberly's husband is Daryl Tomasic, is the pastor at Northside Baptist Church. When you were being brought up and when you remember listening to Christmas music and all that, did it ever cross your mind that Baby It's Cold Outside was like a totally inappropriate song?
I don't think I listened to that song growing up.
I
would
agree.
say Away in a Manger, Silent Night was kind of the
There you
music I
have
was
it.
listening to.
That's called
The traditional hymns,
Yes.
That's
Christmas songs. Yeah.
Baptist radio. Hey, right.
I know that I've seen it perform as an adult and thought it was a little provocative.
It is, but it's interpretive though, right? I mean,
Yes.
it's kind of like, how do you do it? Yeah.
Like interpretive
Yes,
dance.
yes.
There you go. Okay, well, that was an aside.
At least two of our listeners will be there.
Linda
Rob and
Chris,
Linda, yeah.
yes, very cultured. He'll be in his leader hosen. Hey, tell us about Queen. So we know about Queen, but I mean, the date is January the
25th, Saturday. So we have about 2.5 weeks left.
350 tickets. They're going to sell quick. How
Yeah.
much are they, and where do they go?
So it ranges from $55 to $65. So depending on where you sit, the closer to the center is the 65 ones, and the farther away from the center is going to be the 55.
Have you ever seen the musical Jersey Boys?
Yes, I have.
Wasn't it fantastic?
Yes,
I saw
yes.
that at the UT Performing Arts Center, which just the spectacle of the the arena was worth just being there. But to see, is this show going to be like that?
Yes, we have a light and sound crew coming in from out of town, from Houston. Have huge back line coming in from Houston as well. They performed in New York City, so it's going to be a very unusual concert for
That's
Victoria.
very cool.
But our orchestra is going to be playing the back to it. They're going to be the accompanist, and then they have the band coming in. And so they come in on Friday, and they have a whole day of setup before our show on Saturday.
Just to find anybody who's willing to get up and try to sing like Freddie Mercury. I mean, I've heard you attempt to do it.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
No, it's not. But that's why I don't do it.
Man,
I think here's the thing that's going to be cool. Queen's got the band coming in, or the tribute band is coming in, and the symphony. I can't even imagine. Because a lot of times you'll get a singer that'll leave their band at home,
Yes.
and they'll play with the symphony. This is the best of both worlds.
Yes, it's going to be definitely a collaboration and a very full lights sound. It's going to be pretty amazing.
it ought to be. So it's not going to be presented more as just like a concert. It's going to be kind of a.
Well, they're going to be singing all their lyrics and all the songs that you know. I mean,
Awesome.
our symphony will just be behind them, and they're going to be on the front of the stage. So it'll be
Yes.
quite a show.
You know what?
Close your eyes, and it's Freddie Mercury.
Hey, if you're looking for a great date night,
There you go.
there you go. And if you bring your tickets into Aircrafters can give you a free appetizer if you have your tickets.
Oh, nice.
Also, Ventura's is giving you a cheese dip.
A free tamale.
Yeah. And so we have some different places that are working with us. So it's going to be a great date night.
You know, that's got a ring to it. Tomasics tamales.
I love tamales.
gotta admit it.
Christmas Eve is tamales, always.
There you go. Well, we appreciate you coming in. And
How can they get tickets? How can people get tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, well, so there's multiple ways you can get tickets. So the first way is you can call us at 361-576-4500. We can help you over the phone. We can talk you through it. Or you can come into our office, which is on 405 East Loma Vista on Navarro, which is across the street from the pawn shop and First Presbyterian.
Right.
And then our website, www.victoriasymphony.com. You find the icon that has the Queen. You click on it and it says purchase tickets.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That ought to be a great show. If Dawn will let me go, I'm going to go. Dawn would be very quick to point out that she was born about the time these songs came out, you know?
Probably.
But I think Queen grew on me after.
That's what I'm
right?
saying. I wasn't around when it
I
was.
wasn't a huge Queen fan in the 80s and 90s. It was the 80s mostly, right? Did you say Queen was 80s?
70s and 80s for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
The Game, I think that I got that cassette in 80 or 81, I believe.
That's
And
a good way. When you're our age, Kimberly, you know roughly when music came out based on, did you get it on vinyl? Did you get it on an 8-track?
cassette, CD.
Oh yeah, the morphine. I had the headphones and the jam box.
Did you have it wasn't Apple, it was a Sony Walkman?
Yes. And then the MP3 players. Yeah, I can tell you like the transitions. My parents had you would call the vinyls, the records.
Right.
The record player we still have in the house.
The Walkman was a game changer because before that you walked around with a boombox on your shoulder.
Yes.
Trying to look cool.
So I've been there where
We didn't call them
it
boom boxes in the day though.
No.
Ghetto blasters.
jam box.
That's right. Brent Anderson says he remembers basketball games at the high school, stomping your feet to We Will Rock You. That's right. So that was in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah. I remember We Are the Champions, the New York Islanders, when they were winning their Stanley Cups. That was played.
Right.
So there you
A
go.
lot of schools came out to those different songs. That was their lead in to their games and things.
Absolutely.
Now it's all AC/DC.
Well, we will make sure to promote, and we want to make sure that you keep coming back and you're a big hit with our audience, so we want to get you to keep coming back and telling us what's going on.
Well, thank you. I appreciate y'all having me on. Please check out our website because we have a really lot of stuff going on in the spring, and it's coming up every month. We have something till May. So
I think you need to go in. I went to the Victoria Symphony, but you need to go in and say, about our director. There needs to be a little page on there.
okay.
There needs to be something to humanize, right? Now I went to the website.
There's the website right there.
That's right. VictoriaSymphony.com. You need a little bio.
Okay. I'll let my marketing team know.
There you go. Have your people get with our people.
Yes. Well,
right.
we want to make it user friendly and let people connect. And I
Yes,
am
ma'am.
from Victoria, so I love the community. So it's a pleasure.
Fantastic. Well, we love having you come on,
Kimberly, thank you very much.
and we appreciate it. Give her some applause. And she's
Always.
Just the audience is just so crazy. Thank you. You're free. Thank you so much. That's just great. That's Kimberly Tomasic, friend of the program. Awesome to have her come on and talk about the symphony. I'm excited. I'm going to try to go to that. I'd forgotten, to be honest. I'm glad she came by the 25th of January.
Mark Zapata says the Walkman led to hearing loss everywhere because you could crank that sucker up as loud as you wanted. No iPhone telling you to turn it, that your volume was too loud.
I've never gotten into the little I don't know what you call
iPods,
them. Earpods,
AirPods.
I've never gotten into those.
None of those things really fit in my ears.
Yeah,
I don't
me
know
either.
why. Must be a guy thing, really, because I know most guys just struggle with that stuff.
Well, I've always
Maybe
thought
we're just too dumb to put them in properly.
it's not a. I try not to be so judgmental as to say that it's rude. It just seems odd to me when you see a guy walking down a sidewalk and he's having a conversation. Like he's on the phone, but he doesn't have the phone up, so you don't know not to speak to him.
Yeah,
And
I still struggle with that. I still think people are crazy because that's who used to talk to themselves on the streets or in their
Right.
cars were the crazy people. Now everybody's telling you about their bowel movements and everything else that's going on in their life. I really
Right.
don't care. Really don't care.
True story.
Quick break.
Please.
Veracruz today, Caldo Wednesday. Get in, warm yourself up from the cockles on out with a bowl of caldo.
One direction to take that. Today would be a
Only
fantastic
direction to take that.
Fantastic.
Airline
From the cockles out.
and hang a right or a left, and you're right there at
Baby,
Veracruz.
it's cold outside. Veracruz, the best Mexican food in town, period.
Yep.
Full stop.
And stop.
I drove by yesterday. What's the name of the precast concrete place right there at like Crestwood?
Alamo Concrete?
Okay.
I think so.
Huge. I mean, bigger than this space.
Yes.
Um,
Theater of the
Forklift.
Mind, folks. Theater of the Mind, folks.
on its side.
We're in a
Allen's
4x4
Record
closet.
Service has two cranes out there riding that incident. I mean, it was on its side. It was twice as tall as Alan Miller. And he's looking up at it, and they had cables connected and were trying to get it upright.
Yeah.
When I drove by this morning, it was not there.
was
So
not
they
there.
got it upright. Texas Concrete,
Thank you.
the fact check from Commander Cody. Allen's Record Service, that's 578-6300.
Speaking of concrete, USA Concrete Coating, give them a call.
Yeah, crack, stick, peel, or fade. The things
They
that
will
you
not
don't want
do.
to
No.
happen, they will put down a tough as nails polyurethane coat.
Won't do any of that stuff.
If you've got a driveway that's chipped or cracked or pieces of it are falling off, they can level that and coat it.
You want to take that picture of Justin Verlander off your Astros floor now?
Yeah, absolutely. JV, no more number 35. He's done.
Well, he might wear it with the Giants.
We'll get to that in a minute. Parvita, we're going to skip
Save that, yeah.
We're going to have a live
We will.
Parvita here in a little while.
Yep.
And
Chesnick Furniture Company, get in today. Go see Bobby Leon. Get yourself some new furniture for the new year because nothing spruces up the inside of your home like brand new furniture.
Absolutely.
And they've got it all at Chesnick, including appliances, American-made furniture, best furniture.
They can help you with financing as well and deliver free. Free.
Yeah.
Free.
I bet you if you buy it today, you'll get it tonight, and you won't have to make a payment for a year.
Wow,
how's that?
you're just doing deals on behalf of Commander. What? Come on by, get a house full of furniture. We'll deliver it tonight, free, and you don't pay for it for a year. Bobby Leon just said, "What? Wow, Ash,
Still going to make your monthly minimums.
making it happen.
That's what I do,
Interest will accrue, but will not be applied until
unless you miss a payment.
could cause rectal bleeding, ulcers. Don't operate heavy equipment
No, do
after
not.
you buy furniture.
No.
Fantastic.
And the VCS companies for all your communication needs. Give them a call. Stop by on Kerr Boulevard, the only locally owned and authorized AT&T retailer.
And it matters. And I'll tell you that I
They
don't know why.
matter. They know what they're doing.
The quality of their products, whether it's just as simple as like that little adapter that we use that we in and out every day, never fails.
Nope.
The AT&T product is just a better product. Go by there and get it. It's worth the extra buck. And in many cases, our AT&T store is less expensive than the box stores. Do you really need a 36-foot charging cord?
Yes, sometimes you do.
Yeah, you do. But
Not going to lie. They come in handy.
by the time it gets there, the signal's like dust. There's nothing left.
This I don't know if this deserves to be scrolled or if this deserves to be.
What are you scrolling? Do it, man. Just play with your toys. It's your deal.
The House passed a bill yesterday.
Don't
Good on them.
don't commit crimes and expect to stay.
This is how you know the stance on illegal immigration by the Democrats was all a bunch of BS. Or they were all in it for themselves and walked and talked the party line simply because they were hoping if Kamala Harris got elected, they would end up with some sort of cushy appointment to whatever committee, cabinet position, undersecretary that they were hoping to get. Because 48 Democrats, Peter McNally, are you listening? 48 of the people in your party supported Republicans in supporting legislation that will aim to deport migrants who are charged with non-violent crimes. We heard a lot through the election about the Laken Rileys and people like that kill people like her need to be deported. They're going further. This is a broader crackdown, and I'm all for it because you know what? When I came here legally, I was told you commit a crime, you're gone. Didn't matter. You get on government support, you're gone.
And it wasn't a judgment thing. It was just those were the rules.
Those were the rules for legal immigrants. Illegals have had a pass for way too long in this country. You broke the law to get here. That's what people don't understand on the left who argue this garbage. And all of them, save for the little baby that mom threw into the river to get across and get saved. Well, it wasn't even probably mom, to be honest, as we've learned from speaking with Border Patrol and such. But they all knowingly broke the law to get here. They paid coyotes to circumvent things and get them around things. 85% of those seeking asylum lie about it. So right there. Anyway, huge support of the House yesterday to pass this bill.
Lisa Poole says Senator Fetterman was making sense on Fox yesterday. He supported the bill.
Yeah, it does not look like the Senate's going to take it up on Friday, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any opposition in the Senate to this. So, good.
We have, going back to the earbuds, we have a smart friend, Tammy Keeley, very smart lady, says use Shocks, SOSHOKS. I've got concerns about this. She says they are bone conducting and don't go inside the ear.
They sit right there. And you can hear things around you and nobody else hears you.
Bone conducting. I don't know if I want, like, should be walking down the street.
I've looked into them. I haven't got any yet, but they kind of.
Maybe Tammy could buy us, like, maybe like a gift.
Maybe. I don't think they're as big as these things.
No,
we wouldn't look like we're in radio then.
Now that people wear Beats that are big old headphones, everything has gotten smaller and smaller. I heard the joke a while back that the reason the iPhone, the phones were getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until people started watching porn on their phones, and then the phones started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You'll know that guy's a perv if he's walking around and he uses his iPad as his phone. But you had Beats, which are big and bulky, but apparently the sound is amazing. I don't know. These are really good headphones that we have on now.
Yeah, I like them.
I said they're really good. It's hard for us to hear each other sometimes.
No, if I did this, it would be. I don't know what am I reading?
We could do that one day. We could get on here and just mouth as if we're talking, but the mics would be off. Yeah. But unfortunately, it'd probably be one of our better shows. People would be like, great show, no volume, great program.
New York Times, listen to this yesterday. Democrats, stung by their party's electoral losses in November, are reassessing their stances on issues like immigration. Just what I told you. They don't care anymore. It was all a show. They know what's right. And they know what's wrong. And they know illegal immigration is wrong. It's not good for the country. It was good for them in trying to get lifelong voters. But as we've seen in Miami, where the Democrats thought the Cuban refugees would be supporters forever, once you go away from people who work hard for a living and abandon them, they don't want anything to do with you anymore. So that's the first bill that...
At the end of the day, if you side on the side of the people that work and pay the bills, you'll end up being a winner. And the Democrats, in all fairness, have done that historically very well. Yeah. They have at least promoted themselves as the party of the working man, and woman, the working person.
Yeah. Senator John Fetterman yesterday in a statement said, "I support giving authorities the tools to prevent tragedies like this one," referring to the Lake and Riley murder, "while we work on comprehensive solutions to our broken system." The system isn't broken. The border's broken. That's the thing. I mean, think about it.
System works fine. You get a million people a year.
System works fine. System works fine when you actually let the system work. And then they're talking H-1B reforms.
That's like 65,000.
Yeah,
people.
It's nothing.
That's a nothing
No, it's
deal.
nothing. And then they said that, you have to tie your degree more closely to the job you're going to get if you're staying around on an H-1B after you graduate from a U.S. college. Well, you know what? That was supposed to be happening anyway.
Right. The rules were in place. They were just being
They weren't being. So now they got to go back and they pass more legislation saying that we're going to tighten this up and this is what it's going to be. Go back to the legislation. That's how it was when I graduated from college. Your degree actually you had to get a job in the field related to your degree. You couldn't go get underwater cookie cutting and then go and do whatever baking.
Nuclear
I don't know.
Physics.
Yeah. Or you couldn't just get a degree in economics and then go teach somewhere. That wasn't allowed.
It almost seems kind of silly because in general, wouldn't you need to go do something in the field in which you studied? I mean, in theory.
But as we
become a coach,
well,
and then all of a sudden you become an insurance agent. That's kind of what
happens. But then
that's
what
happens.
Real estate salesman.
Real estate, insurance, coaches do.
Cop. But then we hear all these people complaining about their student loan debt that, I got a useless degree. Well, you got that degree. Nobody forced you to get it.
Well,
right? That's where I've got problems with this too, is there's the personal responsibility. Well, no, the government needs to pay for my debt because I got a stupid degree that doesn't help me get a job.
Yeah, I don't understand the government. We are the government. Yeah. You should, anytime you're going to say that, anytime you feel like the government ought to do something for you, walk out your house, walk over to your neighbor's door and knock on the door and look him in the eye and go, you ought to pay my student loan debt because I'm really struggling here with my chosen career path and you should pay my student loan debt because your neighbor is the government. The government doesn't have bake sales. The government doesn't generate revenue. The government takes taxes.
Maybe they should have bake sales. Put those 70,000 IRS agents on the corner selling banana loaf, and they might make some money.
Michael Cloud muffins. Get them while they're hot. Congressman was on Fox, I think, yesterday. Did you get that? Short. Did you get that video? They said I got it from his office. If you subscribe to Michael's cloud.house.gov,
they'll send you stuff.
He had an interview where he talked about the exact same things he talked about with us on Monday.
That's why I didn't watch it yesterday.
Very
We already
nice.
talked about it.
Yeah, but no kidding. That accessibility. Well, I mean, we way scooped Fox on that. He was on the big screen.
Had our computer not crashed, he'd have been on our big screen too. But,
Right. He did great.
so yeah. So and then one more piece of sanity. I'm just trying different things here. See
You're
how this
doing
is
great.
working.
Well, I'm just fascinated. Well, I can watch people work for hours. Yeah, I'm here for you. You take your
Talking to
time.
folks at your office, you do that every day.
That's exactly right. And I do it remote.
That's why they like it so much better.
I am not a supervisor. I am a partner. I just do my part remote.
I mean, the NAI and the NAI this is another sign that sanity is returning to this world. The House passed a rules package late last week. We didn't get into. I think Michael Cloud did talk a little bit about this when we had him on. But it'll prioritize the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act.
Hey, no more trans in college
And that's
athletics.
exactly what it would mean. It would mean if you are if you're born a man, you would have to participate in male sports.
Right.
Sex in the bill would be defined as a person's reproductive biology and genetics at birth.
Does it not kind of?
And somebody's gonna go, what about the one that's got man bits and women bits? Well, you know what? They
need to go
typically
study
don't become
library.
athletes. Really.
That's right.
It's so few of them. But now all of a sudden, Congress can define what a woman is.
Isn't that funny? Because they couldn't for so long. They couldn't say what a woman was. But it is odd to me. In the same breath that I tell you,
And the House actually passed a similar bill last year that died in the Senate, but this year I think we'll see it move. So there you go.
Seeing Judge Posey check in this morning, it blows my mind that when I was when I was in high school, adults could literally drink and drive in Texas. You could go, you got the clothes, you got the six pack, and you could just get in your car and hit the road.
Yeah.
And it was perfectly acceptable. Looking back, and don't get me wrong, you can't, maybe you have 2 or 3 beers from here to Houston, but now that seems like ludicrous. Like you would never do that. I think we're in an era where one day we're going to look back and go, are you kidding me? We tried to make it, we tried to grease the skids for guys to dress up like girls and go play girl sports. I don't get it. If you're not willing to go all in and create the transgender league.
Well, 2 things on that. There's not enough of them participating.
Right.
And
Who's going to pay the bill?
And football, as it does every other bill
Right.
in college sports in the U.S. And to be honest, nobody would watch.
No kidding. And I
Except
feel
for maybe their parents, maybe not even their parents.
you
'cause we
might
hear so
say,
much
I
about
feel
parents don't
sorry
care.
for that. And you're talking about percentage wise, such a minuscule percentage of the population.
But-
I feel sorry for them. But do you not feel sorry for the girl?
But when Leah Thomas sets records and wins championships and couldn't even come close to sniffing any of those results as a male,
That's right.
there's where the fairness.
There was a
ends.
swimmer that finished, way ahead of her female counterparts, but her best score didn't even qualify for the men's championship.
No, when swimming at Penn as a man, I don't think he ever got past the quarterfinals of like their conference swim meet.
And so at some point, somebody's going to go, wait a minute. It's a dude that can't swim. Okay. First of all, Oh, and by the way, at
I
night,
could swim, just not at a level to win anything and be good.
and at night
Great
he likes to dress
lifeguard.
up like a girl.
Great lifeguard.
At night he likes to dress up like a girl. Those two things, well, great. Let him dress up like a girl during the day and swim against the women.
Well,
That's not a logical progression.
Well, if you listen to those that swam with and against,
Oh, we missed a call from Pete McNally.
it was a little bit off.
Let's take that call. Peter, I'm sorry. Let's get Peter on the phone.
There's the ringy dingy. So, all right.
A one ring a dingy.
Peter's probably already out on his walk for the day.
No, he's right there.
Okay.
Are you there,
You there,
Pete?
Peter?
Peter.
Hello.
There you are.
Hey,
Hello?
sorry we missed your call earlier. Didn't see it ring.
Yeah, I was just gonna make a comment. I don't see why you guys waste so much time talking about transgender athletics and stuff like that. It's pretty insignificant to most of us. Most people never even discuss it.
We totally agree, Pete, but let me ask you this. Yes, it is insignificant, and it should be insignificant. Why is Congress having to pass bills about it? That's what gets me, because is the result is the option to ignore it and just let the guys play with the girls? Is that it's insignificant? Do we just ignore it? Because I'd have been a hell of a girls basketball player, I can tell you that. Back in the day, I'd have been at UConn, baby.
You and Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think you could have been a Cheryl Swoops.
no,
nobody was a
Cheryl
Cheryl Swoops. But Cheryl Swoops couldn't have played in the NBA either, though.
That's right. She would, but she didn't want to play with the men.
No.
I agree with you 100%. And you're coming at it from the other angle. By the way, Pete, in general,
But it does provide a competitive imbalance. It does.
no, there's no doubt. But in general, Pete, you don't want to call the host and ask them why they waste so much time. I mean, I'm just
I'll shut up.
no, you don't ever have to shut up, sir.
we waste time every morning, and we're glad you choose to waste it with us.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But hey,
Y'all have a good
God
day.
bless. Have a great
Thank
day.
you, Peter.
That's our friend Peter McNally. He's awesome.
And that's the thing. It is an insignificant number.
I know, but yet Congress is having to address
But
it.
it skews everything, and it distorts everything. When San Jose State volleyball ends up in the semifinals of their conference tournament without having to win and play a match because other teams refuse to play them, it's now affected 8 teams. 8 teams, I think, in their conference decided not to play against them this year.
Right. That affects a whole bunch of people.
Easy math, 20 girls on a volleyball team, just for easy math. It's 160 other kids impacted because they didn't want to play against a biological male in volleyball.
I'm hungry. Let's get our guest in. Yeah. There was a time that Ash would have gone 20 kids on a team, 8 teams. I mean, that's almost 150 kids. That's what he would have said 5 years ago. Now he goes, camera Audi ciphers, You can see
that's why realistically, there's 15 kids on a volleyball team, but I want to do easy math. So I
saw some
20.
dust come out. That'd be 120.
That was smoke. That wasn't dust.
Coming out from underneath your headphones.
That was smoke and dust. It was like the furnace kicking on for the first time in the winter.
That smell. Real quick, let's talk about Went Services. Went Electrical. Went for all your generator needs. Generac.
Our guest must be sleeping. She
Made in
didn't hear the
Wisconsin.
cue.
Wake up. Made in Wisconsin. American-made product. Turnkey service by Went Electrical. RK Development Group. Daniel Rollins and his team will come out and give you their 35 years of experience. They build metal buildings. They build bricks and sticks products. They build great industrial concrete slabs, whatever you need. TxDOT, you need ingress and egress from a county or city road. They are your go-to for that. United States Marine, great guy, friend of the program, and somebody that you want to have on your side. We talked about the VCS companies powering our network. Brand us, Commander Cody doing what he does. Erica Briggs in studio in the full winter regalia.
Yep.
I mean, she's checking all the boxes. Got the Uggs. Got the. We're on her about
She's
this.
missing the vest. She's not full Han Solo today,
This
which
is
is
gonna-
good. Which
this
is
is-
good. The Han
this is
Solo
gonna
look
happen.
is just not good enough.
We'll see what kind of food she brought first. Atzenoffer and Atzenoffer.com since 1926. Think about that.
Selling
folks.
Chevys, now Mitsubishis, every kind of pre-owned. Think about it back then. What was there? In 1926, what pre-owned vehicles would they have been able to sell?
People bought
Oldsmobile
them
wasn't GM.
Yeah, there was no really pre-owned market hardly.
No, everybody fixed their cars because they could only afford one back then.
When I was a kid, you had the AOK used car. That's before the certified used car. It's AOK.
Had that, didn't it? Had that.
Yeah, had that little deal
yep,
on the
red
sign.
and yellow sign, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. AOK. And White Trash Services, 550-1826.
You don't want trash hanging around for the new year, so give them a call if you're
No.
if you're in Victoria County, the
Let them-
18 million contiguous counties.
Let White Trash help you. Oh, goodness. Okay, look, we could talk about Paravita. We could talk about Wells.
Well, we got to talk about arcade development real quick too. 'cause,
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Sure.
I missed that. What about the dollar floor store?
No,
Didn't
I
I get them? 39 cents on tile right now. They're blowing flooring out. I got the deets on that. Right there near Harbor Freight on Navarro.
deets.
I got the deets.
Get all up in my feels, brah.
I'm trying,
Brew.
brah. Bruh. Trying, bruh.
Did you hear about the guy yesterday, the day before yesterday at Home Depot? It's a true story. True story. Police were
be.
called to a Home Depot, and a gentleman had walked into the restroom at Home Depot and said, "You guys better get out of here. I'm about to blow this place up."
Oh, yeah.
And somebody ran out and said, "He's got a bomb!" And police were called. No arrests were made. As the guy goes, "Hey, I was just trying to give him a heads up. I wasn't going to do anything crazy."
No, he was actually warning people that he was about to drop a bad one in the
Yeah.
restroom.
Are you texting
Yeah.
about the dollar floor store?
I've got that, but Arcade Development, I think, is going to stop by Friday morning.
Well, okay.
Come talk to us and tell us about stuff.
Well, I hope
Awesome.
he does.
So,
hope
but
he
yeah,
does.
the dollar floor store, 39 cents a square foot on tile and carpet, starting at 99 cents a square foot. That's the big sale going on right now to start the new year.
Now look, we've got Commander's helping Erica Briggs brand. Look,
No, Commander's hungry.
Look, she's got it all going on. Okay, so I'm going to go to camera 3. You got her microphone over there?
Yep, I do now.
She's going to have to get closer to that mic.
Well, Commander's going to get. I mean, we got to introduce our food and then our guest.
Yeah. So there, what you see there is
Terry Poole bobblehead.
Yeah, you can see the Terry Poole bobblehead, and you can see 2 point of sale propaganda pieces and
The new menu prices.
So
Although I
new
think
menu-
those new menu prices are the old menu prices. That's $6, $8,
they're
$10. That's
still
awesome.
cheap,
Yeah.
6, 8, 10.
You're not getting a meal for anywhere around there.
It's all based on the amount of protein you put into the product.
Oh, look at the slow pan back.
That's
This
nice.
is-
Commander knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
There you go. Erica's got that.
We can pull that microphone. You can pull that microphone
Yeah,
down.
you
You're not.
do
Get it
that,
right down where you need
And
to
then
go.
and then
There
turn
you
it.
go.
See, no,
Yeah, there you go.
You move it. Don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to squat. You make it where you want it to be.
Yeah, nobody's gonna hear anything.
You're not.
Okay.
Nobody.
No,
Nobody.
there you
yeah.
go.
Better.
Yeah,
I'm
There
just
you
gonna
go.
get lip gloss all over it.
There you go.
Is that okay?
Angelina Jolie did it. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. We let it. We have a team that comes in and sterilizes.
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
I want to talk first of all about you're a cosmopolitan person. You've been around the world. You've been in Los Angeles. You worked for the Dodgers. You've done things. You showed up today in the full, what would you call that? The full redneck winter.
No, that's not redneck winter.
She's
There's
got
no
the
car.
Uggs
There's no
on.
Carhartt on. That's not redneck
Got the
winter.
Uggs,
I wouldn't say red.
the knit cap. And
It's a nice. That's a nice toque.
It's
I bet you
chilly.
it's warm.
chilly.
What is? Help me out. Who can turn
toque?
the world on with her smile? What's that? Who can take a nothing day? Suddenly
Mary
make it
Tyler
all
Moore show. Is that what we're
right.
doing?
Take that. The Mary Tyler
Yeah, I'm
Moore
not taking
show.
this off.
That was a wool beret, though, wasn't it? That
It was more of a
yeah,
beret.
it was more of a beret.
We
so
loved that.
I've quickly
Oh, yeah, right, you want
flip
to.
the camera onto me real quick, because I got to show people. Well, no, Erica's got one there. So, what is this that I'm drinking here? Because you said this was not coffee.
It's vodka.
It is, yes. We're selling vodka now. So this is an alternative to coffee.
I don't even like coffee, and that's
So it's
good.
a mushroom coffee. So it has lion's mane, reishi. It does have some coffee in it or caffeine.
Wonder why you were purple.
But it's good adaptogens for your body to kind of cleanse. And
You know what's really interesting? On the weekend, I was actually reading an article, a story about the health benefits of mushrooms that all these studies are just sort of now figuring out.
absolutely.
Sorry, Lisa. Lisa Poole said,
The
seriously,
good mushrooms, which
Yeah.
I just heard that Denver or Colorado just passed, like that mushrooms are legalized there.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard that.
These aren't hallucinogenic
These aren't the
mushrooms.
crazy mushrooms.
No.
These are the good mushrooms for your body.
And then, like, seriously, they're doing studies now that they may fight cancer,
Yeah.
reduce cancer.
Yep.
Yep.
No,
Fuck
they're amazing.
cancer. Get into Paravita Wellness today.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Y'all talk. I had some of this. I got to go poo-poo. Not really. I'm
Thank you.
sorry, Mom.
TMI.
My mom's over there going,
Maybe that was you at the Home Depot.
yeah,
right?
maybe so.
blow it up.
I don't know what's worse. I think an S-bomb would be better on the radio than a grown man saying poo-poo.
Well, that's how you know I was
Disturbing.
joking.
So it's good, isn't it?
It is
has
really
it's
good.
It is good.
It's almost like a mix of a hot chocolate and a little coffee.
When I was a kid, Mom
Yeah.
used to make me coffee milk.
You said mushroom. I was like, oh, come on, really?
I know, that's the first
And
thing,
I
but
love
it's good.
mushrooms, but it just, to me,
You're thinking you're going to eat dirt or it's going to taste like dirt.
a little bit, but no, not at all.
It's good.
Almost
It's like
chocolatey.
really
There's no cocoa in this, is there? It's, but it almost,
So it's chaga, reishi, lion's mane, cordyceps.
lion's mane.
Lion's mane, yes.
Is that a plant?
It's a
it's a
mushroom.
mushroom.
Okay, I was
Pay attention. Pay attention.
I was nervous.
It's a mushroom.
But it tastes almost chocolatey. Mm-hmm. Very good. Really good, actually.
Really good. So we sell these hot or cold. Right now it'd be hot.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
All right.
Of course
Jared makes a
there's more.
point. She's having trouble
So I brought
getting
you
a
some
word in.
tomato
so-
basil soup. Miss Vicky's tomato basil soup that is amazing, and it's perfect soup weather. We're shelves are stocked with soup. The other thing I brought is recess. So it's dry January for a lot of us. So we have
Hey, hold it up.
2 days.
She
It's
started,
dry part
I
for
think,
January.
yeah.
started
maybe
again.
three, maybe three. I think I'm three. So this one is magnesium and adaptogens. That one is a hemp based. And then we also have like some mocktails that are really good. So if you want to just kind of have that calming effect, we have tons of these on the shelf.
You want to act like you're drinking, but not drinking.
Absolutely. Put a little lemon, a little orange in there, and you've got a little mocktail.
You know what I found? And for those of you that think, I want to reassure you about something. The pricing, the value and the pricing at Paravita is very, very, bless his heart, is very, very reasonable and fair. I've started to notice if you're in like to use a generic, a Buc-ee's, and you decide you're going to grab a Celsius drink, they may be $3.99.
Oh, easily.
So to go into Paravita and get something that's actually healthy for you, instead of just going, well, what it is lemonade with 9 ounces of caffeine. Instead of that, you can get something healthy,
Right.
same price point or less.
Same price. Yeah. Not much more.
There you go.
Yeah. So these are a little bit, these are $4.99, but they're still not bad.
Not bad.
Cheaper than a beer.
Absolutely.
Cheaper than a cocktail. You
Right.
can do that. So the big thing, well, we've got so much going on at Parvita, January the 8th. The big thing is our 7 weeks to wellness challenge. So every year we try to do a challenge at the beginning of the year. Everybody's got New Year's resolutions. We don't do it right away because we know it takes some time to kind of go, getting back into the swing of things. Kids are finally back in school. Thank goodness. I'm ready.
Parents everywhere are ready
Everyone
the day
is
after
ready,
Christmas. Yeah.
So we kind of help with the accountability, with the meal prepping. So you don't have to think about it. All you have to do is eat our food. We make it super easy. We
Right.
do weekly weigh-ins. We have accountability. We're actually going to do some little bit different things this year. We're going to have,
We're going to fat shame you. No, just kidding.
yes, we are. Yes, we have a whole clinic. No, we're actually going to have a happy hour on the 6th week with either our adaptogen drinks or we have organic wines and 0 sugar.
You know, I thought it was interesting the day when I went to pick up my meals and your bag said Fat Ass Ash on it. I thought that was interesting.
Sorry, that was a typo.
That's a typo.
It was a typo.
It's the meals for Fat Ass Ash. Okay.
So that's going to start on the January the 20th. And then we have an incentive program through the 10th of, which is Friday. So you get an extra 5%. So during the challenge, your meal plan will be 10% off during the whole duration. Of
$30 on the slots. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Exactly.
Come on in.
So you get weight loss, you get wellness. And I think we're looking at it more because wellness is such on the forefront of people's minds these days.
Absolutely.
Finally, mainstream media is like promoting it and talking
Right.
about it. So I feel like we're kind of in the prime. We've been here 7 years
Yeah, you've been at
already.
the front of this.
And so it's finally like, okay, come in. The meals are good. The reasonably
Meals are
priced.
better
I
than
can
good. The meals are really good.
Thank
I'm not
you.
Yeah,
gonna-
no, it's not like every now and then, Kind Bar is just something everybody can relate to. But every now and then, Dawn will have a one bar or something. She'll go, "Hey, this one's pretty good. You want to try it?" What is it? Oh, it's birthday cake. And I'll take a bite of it.
Sawdust.
And it doesn't, and honest to goodness, tastes like filler. It tastes like you're eating cardboard. And if you do without great flavors for long enough, then you can kind of close one eye and kid yourself that this kind of tastes like ice cream, but it's not ice cream.
Right.
Your food, like Dawn loves the smothered steak with the green beans. Yesterday I had a perfect meal for lunch, Ash. That was all it was like zucchini noodles and 4 shrimp seasoned just right. It wasn't bland. It wasn't boring.
Yeah.
And then some mixed vegetables. And it wasn't much bigger than the palm of my hand. And when I ate it, satisfied.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you eat real food. That's what happens when you get rid of the MSG, all the preservatives, all the fillers, all the fake stuff. You actually are eating real food, and so your body is appreciative and it's full. It's it's sending those signals to your mind that like I'm full. So you're getting real food. My spices are all organic. So it's just like we go the extra mile to make sure that our food is going to taste great, like you said. I mean, our carne asada, let me just tell you, oh my God, it is flying off the shelf right now.
Ooh, I might have to go get one of those because
yeah, you better
I've tried
hurry.
one of those. I like the meatballs. The meatballs are probably my favorite.
Meatballs are good.
I
So
could
we
eat
did a
those
Kung
every
Pao
day.
meatball this week.
Really?
Which is so good. I don't know if you got it,
I
but
did not get the Kung Pao meatball.
you can get it on next week.
All right, sounds
Make
good.
sure, yeah.
Kung Pao meatball.
Kung Pao, oh, it's so good.
Sounds good.
Does
Yeah.
sound good.
What else is happening?
So we've got the challenge, the clean plate meal. So we've kind of updated the website a little bit. So when you go to the website, you'll notice that there's a wellness wise. So we're starting more medical meal plan. So that if you are, like if your doctor says, hey, you have diabetes, you need to change how you're eating, you can now go onto the website and you can see all the meals that are diabetic approved. Or if you need bariatric meals, those are already kind of like pulled aside so you can see.
Before or post surgery, right? When you've
Well,
got
yes, right. So
Like-
if it's pre-surgery, a lot of times we just do the customized meal plans, which we do that all the time. The post is usually the smaller amounts.
Yeah.
And so we have those, you can order those online. We also have heart health meals. And then the clean plate is now our value menu. So you can go online. We've added more seafood, different menu items. So you can kind of have a little bit more variety right now.
The honey chicken breast was really good too.
How the what?
The honey chicken breast was really good too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And then next week, well, in 2 weeks, we're doing the bacon wrap chicken, which is amazing. Oh my God.
And that's the
That
other
is
great
big.
thing. Your menu changes all the time. So you're not getting the same thing
Yeah.
every week. Which
Yeah,
is
we
awesome.
change it every 2 weeks. And that way we have some staples. We can't get rid of the carne asada. We can't get rid of the smothered steak.
Right.
The salmon. There's like certain items that
Salmon's
are
good.
just
The
we
meat- the
can't
meatballs.
change. So
And I don't know, it doesn't take a whole lot of salmon to be enough. Like,
no, that is like and they're all a little bit different sizes, but still, whether it's small or large or
you
pieces,
make
you're
a
totally full.
mahi, like a mahi taco that has like a purple cabbage slaw with it. It's just unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah, that
I mean,
one's a
it
good one.
really is great dining.
Thank you.
So what's
yeah.
on? What else on the horizon?
Yeah, what's going on? Give us the update
Well-
of the
Give me
North
the update.
location.
So that is a
I
labor
didn't know-
of
wasn't
love.
sure if we should go there yet.
It's going to open sometime this year. That's kind of my
Got some
motto at this
contractors.
point. Yeah. So no, we're making progress. So hopefully by
This year?
yes.
By,
Oh, for
by
sure.
December 31st?
I'm really like it's like I've put so many deadlines on it right now that it's just and we keep missing them, and so it's like I'm hoping by February.
Okay.
Better be by February.
Right.
So we're excited though. I'm ready. I've got a new manager and staffing up and finalizing the menu. So
Well, I went by and asked the fixtures and stuff. It's going to be a really trendy, cool place. So
yeah, it's going to be nothing like in Victoria. It's going to be, we'll be open from 7 to 7. And then in the evenings on Thursday and Friday, we'll be open till 9. And then brunch on Saturday and Sunday all day.
Nice.
you can go by there on a Friday evening and have you some mushrooms. Hang out.
Yeah. So we're excited. Well, I'll come back once we
Commander
have everything.
Cody says, where is it? So it's by there by Spring Creek. I don't know how you describe it exactly.
So the best way to describe it is it's going in next to where the Venturas may or might not ever happen.
Right.
So that has
Up by,
been my
up by Detar, up by Detar North.
It's by Detar North, by the Orthopedic Center, the VA hospital or VA clinic offices are going to be behind us. We will have a drive-through. We'll have an outdoor patio.
And you're right next to, is it Dr. Verma?
No, so
No,
Dr. Verma's in the tower. So I don't know if I can announce
You
who's,
can, yes, you
Dr.
can.
Mitchell is opening a clinic with Citizens, and then Dr. Perez is opening his clinic.
That's right.
Right, kind of in the middle. And then I think
He's
there's
awesome,
a
by
lab.
the way.
I think there's a lab going in, and then we're also looking for somebody to go in like right beside me. So
Callie Frommy says, thank you, Erica,
That's
for
okay.
donating a prize for the GOP mystery box game.
You're
on
welcome,
January 18th.
Callie.
There you go.
And that's for the Republican Gala on January 18th.
yes, that's coming up.
There you
A couple
go.
Saturdays from now.
So yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. There's just so much.
There
There's
is
always
so
so much. So
No, but there's always, I just tell people, and feel free to shape this any way you want. I just tell people, just get into Paravita and get healthy. Get in there and give it a try. And if you don't like something, tell her.
or try something else.
Try
Yeah.
something else. And I mean, are you still doing pizzas?
No, not right. We're going to move pizzas over to or flatbreads over to the new location.
Awesome.
It's just easier.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
I mean, yeah, we just make it easy. And that's where whether your parents on the go, I mean, I'm going a million different directions.
We've convinced Brother Gary to stop in now.
I
for
know,
like 3
he's-
weeks in a row. He's
yeah,
stopped
he's
in
even
now.
agreed to do a testimonial. So
There you
he's in.
Well, just think about that family that's got, you've got mom, dad, the 2 kids, and you've got to go to Little Billy's Little League game. And the reality is when you leave there and Billy now eats like a man, and the next thing you know, you've spent $50 easy at Whataburger.
Yeah, out of
Right.
a bag.
I mean, no
Right.
put down to Whataburger. It's
Right.
got its place, but $50 easy.
easy.
And
Yeah.
everybody has a big old sugar laden drink.
Right.
And the kids go home and they're wired and their stomachs hurt and all
Yeah.
these things. You can go to Paravita before the game, leave it in the car, go home, microwave it. Everybody gets a hot meal of their choice. I want the smothered steak. I want the fish tacos. I want the chicken. You know, Dad gets the carne asada. Everybody's happy.
And nobody will be snacking after that till before they go to bed. That's the other thing.
And you can train your kids and teach your kids. You're eating like a champion. You know.
Well, and I think for the most part, I mean, most kids like the food. I mean, my daughter likes the food. Her friends like the food. So it's like, it's just giving them more choices. And it takes time to make broccoli and make rice and make chicken and everything. And you've got it in 5 minutes or less.
No huge amounts of added sugar in this or anything.
There's a little bit of maple, yes. But
Okay,
it's organic
I
maple.
tasted the maple.
The maple, but no, other than that, no.
Dawn says hi.
Hi, Dawn.
It's really good.
It's really good. I'm going to save a taste of that for Dawn. It's really
And you can
good.
put ice in it. So it's
But you
kind
can
of-
get it hot.
You can get it hot or cold. And so we'll have that at the cafe. We have it now. And then we'll have at the cafe, we will have coffee. So we'll have a full-on coffee menu, which there isn't anything really on that side of town to get coffee. So we'll kind of have everything on that side of town now. Hot, cold, macchiatos, you name it, we'll have it.
Daiquiris.
And it'll be healthier than
Yeah.
the big starry guy.
Blender cocktails.
We you know what? We will have frozen mimosas and sangrias. I forgot that.
There you go. See?
So we're just got a little bit of everything over there.
Well, we're excited for you. It's time to get that place open.
It is.
Are the contractors listening?
I don't know, Thomas.
Can you get to work, Thomas?
I did that, didn't I?
Yeah, you just went right there.
Come on, Thomas.
Did.
Chances are Thomas is listening.
Yeah, he's probably not, but yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we've actually gone
Yeah,
over
we've
the
gone
8
way
o'clock
over.
hour.
Uh-oh.
We let you in the program, but very, very excited. And I tell people, for those that wonder, we really do use your products, don't
Yeah,
we?
absolutely, every week.
And really, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Been very blessed by it.
And we customize them
Absolutely.
for your pickiness. And I'm
Absolutely,
kidding.
because you know I'm so high maintenance.
Brent likes the shrimp.
I want more cheese. All right, Erica Briggs, thank you so
All right,
much.
no,
and
thank y'all.
congratulations
Thank
on a
you.
great, great venture. Folks, that's the top of the hour. Have a great day. We love you, and we'll talk to you mañana.
Bye,
That's
folks.
Spanish for not today.